You know what's really a lot better than finding out from a doctor that your kidneys are shot and having to be on a dialysis machine and taking medication and all that? Is finding out yourself. Right? So when I did, I learned about iridology, and if you guys want your eyes read, I can do that for you. So you'll see on my site there's a couple of examples I've done. So with the iridology, it's actually spelled iridology, but iridology is where your eye tells you everything about your body. So there's a belief that everything in your body is connected to your eye through your brain. Anyway, so my eye told me that my kidneys had problems and my adrenals were pretty much exhausted. And so anyway, I worked on my adrenals and I've been working on my kidneys, and I finally got my kidneys to filter. And I think the majority of my kidney problems come from when I was in the military. I was vaccinated with every kind of vaccine, and I was given these drugs to take 2-3 times a day so that I could deal with allergies, because they didn't, let's face it, doctors are just drug pushers. They don't give a crap how you got the allergy, what's causing the allergy. They just care about selling you the drug. So I had to figure that stuff out on my own pretty much after I got out. So I was working on it while I was in, but pretty much when I was out. And you know, you get aha moments and stuff. So I'm really happy about my urine. I'm going to show you my urine, how it's filtering. And it wasn't doing that for a long time. Like when I started figuring out I had kidney problems, I started to urinate into a jar to see what's going on. And I bought the urine strips and to test urine. And you can do this too, but you're not going to find them in Canada. You have to eBay them and find them. I bought mine in Britain. You get these urine strips. I bought mine on eBay from Britain. Because I don't know why, but the Canada-US thing, I don't know. They don't want us to know our urine. Probably because they make like hundreds of dollars when you go to the hospital and they ask you to pee in a cup, and then all they do is walk in the back room, dip one of these in it, and then they go, okay, this is what you got and what you ain't got, and here, give us the money, you know. So I wasn't really cheap, but then I married a Scottish girl, and she's been teaching me how to be cheap. So these things here, right? This DUS 8. Anyway, so when I get them, they're twice as thick as these are. So what I do is I take some scissors, right, and then I cut them right in half. So you get twice as much. So if you get a container with, I don't know how, this had 100, now I got 200. Right? Works great. So I don't go and put in I push this in the jar, right? And I can take my reading on the side here, right here on the side. Oops. Oh, this is kind of weird backwards. Okay, so, ooh, there I am again. Okay, so it's right there on the side. Just compare, and unfortunately, you're probably going to have to look up most of the stuff to see what it should be at, and because nothing on here tells you what you should be at. It only tells you what the color means. And then you got your stuff on the side. So anyway, my blood sugar's been really good. Like it does blood sugar, pH, ketones, glucose, proteins, nitrates, glycosates, and there's a couple more. When I did my urine test with this, I was so happy. It was all clear. It was good to go. Another thing you might want for urine too is, like, I'm about to go live in a hotel for quite a while, like a couple of weeks, for QHHT Level 2 course. If you don't know what that is, look it up. It's good stuff. So again, you get these strips. I bought these at the pharmacist here, and any pharmacist in Canada has them anyway. So they're keto sticks, and on the side there's the color range. So I'm going to be just on the snake diet kind of saltwater thing while I'm in a hotel. That way I'm not tempted by food or anything like that. And this will give me the reading on that. But this also has ketones on it. But this is way more expensive. These are cheaper. So, and I didn't need to go and buy these from Britain. For this, I had to buy from Britain. Right? So anyway, because I guess they don't want us having them in this country. Isn't that sad? Oh, I can't believe this. You know? It seems like everything that's good for your health, the government has somehow outlawed it. The things that are bad for your health, like drugs, the government's alright with that. Oh boy. What a messed up world we live in. Yeah. Anyway, now, I'll show you my urine, and I'm pretty excited about it because that means I'm getting healthier and my lymphatic system's moving. Lots of videos on YouTube to teach you about iridology or iridology. I don't know. Everybody calls it different. Lots of videos to teach you about that, and so you can get ready and check yourself out and all that stuff. At first, I used to take pictures of my eyes with a cell phone, and they teach you that too, right? So you can hold this up to your eye and another cell phone with the light on and get a picture of your eye. Yeah, so it works really well. Anyway, on with the urine. Okay, so this is my pee. Oh, I'm so proud of this pee. This took me months to get to. See how nice and cloudy that is? It's got stuff floating in it. If you look underneath, it's got stuff on the bottom. See little particles? Got like mucusy kind of cloud in there. That's excellent. That means my kidneys are finally filtering. Oh, so freaking happy about that. Freaking noticed this months ago. I couldn't get a nice pee like that. It was always clear or, yellow but clear, like nothing in it. Oh, this is amazing. This is one day on the snake juice diet and drinking the kidney tea. So I'm so happy about all that. I can't believe how cool that is. Wow. Oh my god. Look at that nice filtration. Okay, that was the 27th of December before I started the snake juice. And I'm just using the tea with the sediment in the bottom. It's just wonderful. Oh my god. And 2 months I was pissing clear. Like, this is the first pee in the morning. For 2 months, first pee in the morning was clear like this. It was crazy. So now I've got nice pee. There's my second pee. It's still a little cloudy, so that means my kidneys are filtering. Not too much sediment there though, but nice and cloudy. So I've stopped doing this now. This is the first day after starting the snake diet. No tea. So you see there's hardly any sediment at all. There's a little bit of cloudiness at the bottom, but hardly any sediment at all. Right, so shake it up a little bit, get it moving, but there's hardly any sediment. It's got me kind of worried. So and that's the 28th of December. Okay, and I was getting ketones, lots of color there on the strip. And anyway, just worried about that, so I'm going to put some tea back into it. Instead of washing down with water, I'm going to wash down with tea. See how. So you just saw the videos, and I'm really proud of them anyway. So, because it took a long time to get there, and I was glad that I caught my kidneys when I did. there's some strips here that I also use. Okay, they're pH strips. And the pH strips, these ones here are off eBay, come from China. Everything is Chinese, so you're not going to be able to read anything. But all you care about are the colors. So there's your strips and there's your colors. And basically, you just you just kind of peel one off, right? Peel it off like that. And if you're testing your urine, just in midstream of your urination, you can pee on it if you don't want to put it in a jar. And you can also test other things too. You can like wet your skin down, test your skin, but mainly my urine and my saliva. So my saliva right there is nice and green. So it's even with a 7 right there. I'm not good at these backwards cameras. So you see it's about even with a 7, which is what you want. Your urine is not supposed to be a 7. Actually, your urine is supposed to be more down to a 5 or a 6. Okay, so don't go thinking, oh my god, my urine isn't a 7. Okay, so these strips are what I got at Walmart pharmacy. Alright, and for some reason, like the keto strips, they keep those locked behind with the pharmacist. Can you imagine? Like, oh, you gotta ask for them and you never find them. And they're really hard to get out. Like, and you're touching them all and everything. I'm not a big fan of that. But you know the colors are on the side and it's good. And in the video I talked about the snake diet. Now what the snake diet is that if you just go on YouTube, put in the search engine and go snake diet, you're gonna find out this guy named Cole Robinson. And if you fast like I was fasting there, there's 2 kinds of fasting. So with him there's the saltwater fasting, and then there's dry fasting. And I believe I was doing the dry fasting because the dry fasting is really good to heal. And I wanted to heal my kidneys, and it like wrings out your kidneys, right? The trick is that when you come off a dry fast, you come off it really slow, and you're going to start with baking soda and apple cider vinegar, coconut water, stuff like that. But that's in all the other videos that you can see me doing it, and I can tell you about that. Also, I talked about a tea, right? And this is a special tea. I have a video on that too. So you drink this tea, and I had to order it in, and you drink it straight for 20 days, like no water or something. I think it's just the tea you're supposed to drink. So I was doing the tea with the snake diet. So even with the salt water, I was doing the tea. So I was really happy that I was getting results. Just thought you guys might, want to know that. It's really cool. You got to know what's working and what's not. If you got any problems with you at all, dry fasting is going to be the quickest way that I have found. I've done many supplements. Nothing worked as good as dry fasting. The coffee enemas are awesome. You need your liver working, and the coffee enemas do that. They cleanse your liver. But you aren't going to get anywhere if you don't stop putting toxins in. If you don't stop eating the crappy food, if you don't stop the smoking, the coffee, drinking, and all that stuff, I mean, you're just slippery slope. It's up to you. It's your body, right? You only get one, but it's your body. Well, you don't really get one. What I've learned at QHHT, I mean, you come back and back and back and back and back in different bodies and different people, different times. It's really interesting. But yeah, for right now, you have one body, and my thing is, I don't want to be ill and be in pain and be miserable and all that stuff. To me, it's a lot easier to be And I don't want to say miserable eating good food, because it's not miserable. Um, I don't miss eating, a big, huge steak, and it's comforting to know that I have my body to the point right now that I know exactly which foods are going to make me have an allergy attack, and I know how to deal with it, and I know that, okay, I can cheat, I can eat certain foods that really aren't good for me, um, but I know how to get that back. Like the other day, I believe that if I get invited to somebody's house to eat supper, and they're eating the meal they like, I will try my hardest to eat that meal. So even though my wife and I try not to eat meat, we went to somebody's home and we had chicken. I haven't had chicken in years, I think 3 years or so, and I ate it, and I didn't have any reactions or anything like that. Uh, but I was happy to get home and start a cleanse so that I could get rid of any of the toxins from that chicken. So um, you aren't going to be able to do that if your kidneys and your liver are not up to snuff, right? So that's why I'm worried about it, and that's why I was so happy. So anyway, I keep dry fasting. I've got videos on that too. I dry fast like 2 days a week, and then I do the OMAD. It's one meal a day, OMAD, and I just continue on with that, because really we're not supposed to be eating all the time. When you're eating, your body's processing the food, it's storing it. It's not using the energy, and it uses the energy when you don't eat, and it uses the energy to do things like heal. Well, if you're always eating, you're never healing. So, it takes time, right? You have to figure this stuff out. Anyway, glad you're watching my videos, and I'm glad you made it through the urine, and I'm glad I got to tell you this stuff, because I hope it opens up your eyes, and you start to really appreciate your body, and start thinking, geez, what can I do to make my organs better so that they don't fail me? Because if they fail you, that's a bad thing. So we try and do our best here. Anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like and share. Bye for now.